Alright, I want to show you what I got for the Civic already. First things first, I got a new radiator hose, because this one seems really soft. So, I mean, for 10 bucks, just put a new one on there. And then I got a headliner that's in really good shape from the junkyard. It just needs a little bit of a cleaning, but there's not really any holes or creases or falling areas. So, as you can see, there's no headliner in the car right now. So I want to get that in. And then I found a matching set of OEM hubcaps that I'm going to recondition and put them on. Because right now there's no hubcaps or nothing. So that'll go there. And then in the trunk when I bought the car, they had a set of visors that I'm going to put over the windows. But I'm not going to do that until I paint it. And then it has the original floor mats, so I'm going to clean those up. And then this trunk has been replaced. The car's a 97 but has a 99 trunk on it. And the difference between the two is they have different style tail lights. So see how this style has it's got the yellow stripe that goes all the way across at the bottom. The 99s and 2000s have the yellow stripe on the top. So those have been replaced. And that way it matches. You can see the yellow stripes on the top on this one. So they went ahead and changed these out, but they left the originals in the trunk. So I'm going to just keep these on there. That way they match up. And one more thing is that, see how this seat's ripped on the material here? I went to the junkyard and bought a new rear lower seat. This one's got like the vinyl leather side, but this one is cloth, but it doesn't matter because it has the same pattern. So I'm not going to be worried about that. I'm just going to take that seat cover off and then put that cover on. That cushion's bent, so I'm not going to reuse that cushion. It'll be easy if I can just bolt that right in, but I'm going to use this cushion with that material. And when I bought this car, somebody had put Integra seats in there. They're in good condition, but I want to make this car like looking stock again, so I really like these seats for that car. And luckily, this car has the front seats. I don't know if you can see, but it's got the front seats that's supposed to go to this car. Because the original CRX seats that I had were all torn up, so I put the seats that used to come out of this style car in that. So it works out perfectly because I have the HF model CRX with the blue interior, and these seats would go perfect there. And then that way I could put the original Civic seats in this car. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can get these seats in there, and I think it'll make that car look a little more stylish. And then this car will have the gray regular Civic seats again. So the first thing I need to do to get this headliner in is take off all these trim pieces. So I need to take the mirror out, take the light out, take the trim piece out there in the back, and then these side pieces. And also these little clips. So I'm gonna get started on that now. Alright, so there's all the trim pieces. Now that I got everything out of the way, I can start putting the headliner in. Alright, now that I got the headliner up in there, I can start putting all the trim pieces back. Alright, so I got the headliner in. And all the trim pieces that I have. And grab handles. Got one of these on for the clips. I gotta get another one, and the sun visors. But that'll be it for the headliner, and then once I get everything up, then I'll clean it all. But for a junkyard headliner for like 10 bucks, you can't complain. I didn't even have to wrap it. Next, I want to tackle the seat material. I gotta take this cushion out and then take the material off the cushion and then swap the material over from that cushion to this one. Now I can take care of this rip here. I mean, I could leave it, but I'm trying to do as much as possible for as little as possible on this car. Okay, so this was tucked under there for the center seat belt, but somebody unbolted the center actual belt part. So before I put the new one back on, I'm going to take this out. That way, you know, it's not going to just be sitting under there. Or I can just go buy a center seat belt part, but I don't want to spend more money since it already has these two. Alright, here's the two of them next to each other. I thought they were the same pattern, but I guess they're a little slightly different. See, this one has straight lines going across, and this one's just like diagonal. But oh well, it's the same gray color, so I'll just put it in. Alright, the way the material is connected to the actual cushion is through these little ring clips. They go all the way around, and then there's a metal rod on the cushion that it goes around and locks in place. So if you cut the old ones off, you can take the whole material off of the cushion. So then when I do that with both, I can swap the cushion over, and then you get a new set of rings. People call them hognose rings. And then there's a hognose ring tool that crimps it in place. So what you do is you put it in the tool like that. And then what you could do is you stick it through the hole on the material, and then you squeeze it. And when you squeeze it, it closes it and locks it around. So that's what locks the material in place. You just do that all around the cushion. Alright, so I'm gonna go do this inside because as you can see, it's 95 degrees here. Alright, so now I got the good cover on the good cushion. Now I'm going to put it back in the car. And it was missing the mounting bolt, so I got a new bolt. Alright, so now that I got the headliner in and the rear seat, now what I'm going to do is make a list of everything else that I need. That way next time I'm at the junkyard, I won't really forget anything. Okay, I see that it needs a faceplate for this aftermarket radio that's in there. Haven't decided if I'm going to buy a faceplate online or if I'm going to just take this one out and put a junkyard stock radio in. I'm going to need to get a new window crank handle for the right rear door because the handle's broken. I'm going to get another window crank because it has broken plastic right here. Okay, this steering wheel is actually from a CRV. The person I bought it from had an aftermarket steering wheel on it, and looks like they put a CRV one, but the horn doesn't work, so I got to figure that out. So I got to take all this airbag stuff off and see what's going on, if it's a switch or if there's no connection. Okay, this cluster is actually the orange and red cluster from the CRV. It fits right in and plugs in. Some people like that because the stock one had a blue face instead of the orange around here. And I believe this model didn't come with a tachometer. So I'm going to just leave that in there because a lot of people like having the tachometer and the different color face on it. The center console is added. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this model came with just the tray right here without the actual center console. I think this was added on after the fact. And also I noticed that the right rear seat belt itself is frayed right here where the handle sits on. See how it's fraying on the edge there? It's happening on the right rear. And also the driver's right here. See how it's fraying? A lot of people don't realize this, but Honda sometimes warranties their seat belts for manufacturer defects. So I'm going to take it in and see if they can swap those out for free. I actually need to take this cruise control switch off because this car doesn't have cruise control. So there's two bolts on this side that take this little switch part off. So I'm going to take that off. That way nobody thinks it has cruise control. I need to buy both sun visors. The ones that I have didn't fit here. I guess it was from like an 01 and up Civic. But yeah, I need to get two sun visors that are the gray color. And this shifter binds whenever you try to put it into park from reverse. So I gotta take this off and see if maybe it's just this little thing catching, or if the cable's not on right, or if it's bent or broken. Maybe it's like binding. But yeah, I gotta take that off and see what's going on with that. On the side of the glove box door, there should be a little rubber thing that goes right here. I'm gonna just take one off the junkyard and put it on there. This antenna rod is actually bent, so I'm gonna see if I can unbend it. If I can't, I'll probably just get a different one, put it on. I need to get a new Civic emblem since this one's missing. I want to put another one back on. And this is not an LX model, so I'm gonna see if I can find the DX one that this one calls for. Okay, the door handle right here for the left rear door I need to replace. It's missing a chunk there, and also it's just flapping there, it doesn't open. And then the driver's left door handle, it's completely broken off. It can still open from right here if you pull on it, but the actual handle's broken, so I need to get a new one. I need to get a new clip for where this prop rod sits down and locks in place. It's just like dangling back and forth here because it doesn't have the holder clip, so I need to get a new one of those. Also, against these moldings right here, it used to be black, but it's peeling off, and it peeled off to the chrome part. So I'm going to feather this out, and I'm probably going to get some trim paint to go over this to make it black again. And then also I'm going to redo this. It looks like somebody had tried like spray painting this in the past or something, but I'm going to sand all this down and then re-spray it like a matte black finish for the trim color. And also on the front grille, it's missing a few of the clips, so I'm going to get new clips that go across. It's only held in by one clip right here, so I need to get the clips that go across to make it look better. And then I haven't decided if I'm going to do lowering springs or not. I might want to lower this car before I sell it. I don't know, it's just, whenever I do a car, I like to do like a fun flair thing that it's like a signature thing to me, so even though it'll all be stock, at least it'll be lowered. Debating on it. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do it or not. We'll see. I also want to see if they have the OEM splash guards that go right here. These don't have splash guards on it, and I want to see if I can find a pair at the junkyard that are decent. I don't know, I just like the way the look of splash guards go on these cars, so we'll see if I can find it.